In the kingdom of Solara, where the sun painted the sky in hues of gold and the rivers sang lullabies to the stars, there lived a princess named Maya. She was not the kind of princess who waited in towers or dreamed of grand balls. Her heart beat to the rhythm of riddles, her mind danced with questions, and her eyes sharp as a hawk's missed nothing. The day the king's crown vanished, the palace froze. It was no ordinary crown, forged from the heart of a fallen star and threaded with the whispers of the first kings. It was said to hold the memory of every ruler who had ever worn it. Without it, the kingdom would forget its own name. The court buzzed with theories. Some blamed the Shadow Guild, a secretive order of thieves who moved like ghosts. Others whispered of the neighboring kingdom of Duskvale, long envious of Solar's light. But Princess Maya said nothing. She only stared at the empty velvet cushion in the throne room, her fingers tracing the faint outline where the crown once rested. That night, she stood before her father, King Roderick, whose beard had turned silver overnight. "Let me find it," she said. The king hesitated. "This is no task for a princess." "I am not just a princess," Maya replied. "I am the only one who noticed the crown's absence before the guards did." He studied her for a long moment, then nodded. "Go, but take no one you do not trust." Maya's first clue came from the palace librarian, old Master Alawan, whose eyes were clouded but whose memory was a living archive. "The crown was last seen at midnight," Alawan rasped. "But the stars that night ... they blinked." As if something passed between them and the earth. That night, Maya climbed the tallest tower, where the royal astronomer mapped the heavens. The charts for that evening showed a shadowless sliver of darkness where no stars should be. She traced it with her finger. A void. A thief who moved not under cover of night, but through it. Her next lead was a boy named Corin, a stable hand with a talent for listening. The horses spoke of a scent, he told her. Not of man nor beast, something hollow. Like the wind trapped in a jar. Maya's heart quickened. She knew that scent. Once, as a child, she had wandered into the forgotten garden, where the flowers grew upside down and the air tasted of forgotten dreams. There, she had met a creature, a woman made of smoke and sorrow who had warned her. What is remembered can be stolen. What is forgotten cannot. The forgotten garden lay beyond the kingdom's edge, where the maps ended. Maya rode alone, her cloak fluttering like a battle flag. The path twisted through forests that grew darker with every step, until the trees themselves whispered warnings, "Turn back." The truth is not kind, but Maya pressed on. At the garden's heart, she found the smoke woman again. Her eyes were galaxies of regret. "You seek the crown," she said. "But do you seek the thief? They are one and the same," Maya replied. The woman smiled, sad and slow. Then looked to the one who remembers least. Maya's blood chilled. There was only one person in Solara whose memory was fraying like old cloth, her father. The king who had begun to forget his own childhood, who called Maya by her mother's name, who stared at the empty cushion not in grief, but in confusion. She rode back faster than the wind, her mind a storm. In the palace, she found him alone in the throne room, his crownless head bowed. "Father," she said gently, "do you remember the crown?" He looked up, eyes glassy. Crown, there was. A crown. Maya knelt before him. "You took it, didn't you, not to steal, but to hide? Because you feared what it would remember next? That you were losing yourself." The king's hands trembled. "I thought, if I could forget the crown, the kingdom would forget my failing. I buried it in the garden. Beneath the tree where your mother once sang." Maya closed her eyes. The truth was not a blade, but a bomb. The crown does not hold your memory, father. We do, every story we tell, every name we speak. Let us bring it back. Let us remember together. They retrieved the crown that night, its starlight dimmed but not extinguished. When the king placed it on his head, the whispers returned not of past rulers, but of his own voice, young and strong, promising to protect his people. Even from himself, Princess Maya stood beside him, no longer just a seeker of truths, but their keeper. And in the kingdom of Solara, the sun rose brighter than ever, for it shone on a land that had learned to remember.